Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're headed to Ichetucknee Springs in Fort White, Florida. The Ichetucknee is rich in history. The springs and river were used consistently by early cultures of Native Americans going back thousands of years. Ichetucknee actually means beaver pond. Bones and teeth of mastodon and other extinct animals have been found in and alongside the river. This river is fed by 8 individual smaller springs. The water stays 75 degrees all year round, and part of the fun when tubing this river is you get to share the river with some of Florida's wildlife and marine life, which makes for a unique experience. On the way, keep your eye out for manatee, river otters, alligator gar, turtles, which you'll see everywhere. As soon as the sun came up, we saw an abundance of turtles. We went from seeing none on the first go around to the second go around. They were everywhere, which is really, really cool. And the reason for our trip, because our daughter's favorite animal is the turtle, and an occasional alligator, which we didn't see, so no need to be worried. My wife and kids were a little bit scared, but there were 0 alligators along our trip down the river. So after doing our research on the spring and talking to friends, we decided it would be best to stay in Ocala the night before so we could get up, have breakfast, and get to the spring early. I've heard lines can be upwards of an hour in the morning if you don't get there early. We also decided to go ahead and rent our tubes early online and reserve them, which in retrospect, we really didn't need to do. They have so many tubes at this place. Here's the number if you'd like to call instead of going online. So we finally made it to the park. We made it our goal to be one of the first ones in here. We kept hearing people having hour waits to get through the gate. We did not want that, so we showed up early. As you can see, there's only a couple cars. It is $6 to park. They take cash and card. And thankfully for this slow turtle crossing sign, we slowed down to look around. There was a couple deer walking around the woods, which the kids thought was really cool. So you can't miss it. Once you pull in almost directly in front of you, you're gonna find the general store. General store has your tubes, your waivers. They have a key service to hold your keys. Here are the different types of tubes and paddle boards and kayaks that they offer, a wide variety. This is where you're launched from here. So a couple of key things you should know about the river is that kayakers and paddleboarders are the only ones that can do the entire river. If you're on a tube, you can go from the midpoint or from Dampier's Landing. Those two are about 3 miles total. Midpoint was closed, set for construction when we were here, so we didn't get to go from that far up. We just did Dampier's Landing twice, which turned out to be plenty. It was awesome. Next time I will plan a little bit better, and I'll be giving you some tips later on in the video. There were some things that we didn't know that I think will be helpful for your family's trip when you guys come to the spring. After a couple 100-yard walk, you end at the launch area. As you can see, it's pretty easy to launch from here. Just be careful, the rocks were really, really slippery, and the water is brisk, so it does take a minute to get used to it. Water is a little bit cold, it's a little bit overcast, but it's actually pretty refreshing. This feels like you kind of went back in time. Huge trees, lots of coverage over the river. Just really, really cool. There's a bunch of people here, so we were a little scared, I guess, or the kids were, about seeing alligators and stuff, but there's so many people here. I don't think we have too much to worry about. We'll let you know how it goes. If you were thinking about paddleboarding or kayaking but unsure about the distance, you're actually going with the current. So it'll make this paddle very easy and convenient for you. The kids and I got a good laugh here. Steph was stuck in the tube and needed some assistance from Amelia to be able to get out. That was pretty funny. She kept telling me to put the camera down and help. Go help her. Go help her, Avery. Oh.
I was laughing so.
When you get out, it's just a short walk up the path and you'll end at the tram station. As you can see, you'll line up here and wait for the tram to come. They come about every 15 minutes or so. There is an option to walk back, but I would not recommend this. If you have small children, 25-minute walk with, tubes with little kids might be tough. There's also restrooms here, men and women's room. So we had time to use the restroom and kind of hang out and wait for the tram. It didn't feel like much of a wait by the time it came. And part of the fun was the tram ride back. The driver, kind of swerves and drives a little bit crazy to make the trip enjoyable for the kids. Everyone was cheering them on and seemed to like it. After our second time down the river, we decided to go back to the store, get some snacks, and hang out a little bit before we went to Blue Hole. I wish I would have known that they had this picnic area. You can bring food and snacks and even grill out. So next time we'll probably do that. But for now, we just got some easy snacks and we're off to explore Blue Hole, which is at the other entrance at the north end of the park. Blue Hole is a 45-foot deep hole in the middle of the spring. It's also known as Jug Hole. There's some cool spiders along the path to get there. And when we got there, it was even more beautiful than we anticipated. The amount of pressure that this hole has coming out of it is amazing. The water, trying to swim down, the water is pushing you back out. So Liam was a little intimidated by it, but I got him to come in and swim over the hole. You can see in my videos the amount of sediment and things kind of coming up, just blowing out of the hole. So it's constantly feeding this spring with water from down inside this hole. This was such a cool experience to get to share with my son. We had such a blast. I would recommend, if you're going to bring your little ones here, though, that they be pretty strong swimmers. It is deep and there's a lot of current. Hey, Liam, where do you want to go for lunch? Cheesesteak. You said burgers a minute ago, now it's cheesesteak. I like Buddha's wings. Thanks for watching our Real Good Times. Please remember to like and subscribe.